It's my pleasure to be here today. I'd first like to thank the county executive for filling his commitment here with the county college. I think it's also noteworthy that really the one person who deserves a tremendous round of applause is President Blvd. President Blvd has brought the county college to new levels, and he deserves a tremendous round of applause. Along with the Board of Trustees, I think everyone has done a great job. When I first heard President Blvd speak, I thought the county executive was offering me a job here at the county college. Well, I've been talking at least, Tom, that's for sure. While we may not always agree on everything in Hudson County, I can agree on one thing. The Board of Freeholders, the Board of Trustees at the college, led by County Executive Tom DeGise and President Blvd, have done a tremendous job here. And this is truly a monument, and I'm happy to host this in Union City. Regardless of the fact of whether Union City lost ratables or not, what we've gained here is just unbelievable, unbelievable. And I'm very proud today to have the superintendent of schools here from Union City, Stanley Sanger, who's done a tremendous job with education in Union City, as the superintendent that's here from West New York. This is not only just a Union City thing. It's based in Union City, yes, but we have North Bergen as our neighbor. We have West New York as our neighbor. And if I didn't mention Weehawken, we'd never get the end of it. So we'll mention Weehawken also. Great community. The mayor's a little difficult, but a great community. But in all seriousness, I'd just like to thank everyone, thank the county for their commitment here. This is truly a testament when government works with our educational community, great things can happen. And this is welcomed in Union City. Any way the city of Union City can work with the county on this building in the future going forward, whether it's police protection, whatever they need, will be here. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank our United States Senator Bob Menendez, who's the former mayor of Union City and somebody I go back with a long time. In fact, the other day, I was thinking about how long I know Bob Menendez. It's over 30 years, Bob. Either I'm getting old or you're getting old. But I just want to thank him for his commitment, not only on education issues, but no one fights for the state of New Jersey harder in the United States Senate than Bob Menendez does. He's one of somebody we should be proud of on a national level. He's really a national figure. And I'd just like to thank him for taking time out of his day to be here with us today in Union City. Thank you very much, everyone.
Senator Menendez really needs no introduction. His support of education in this community goes prior to his service as mayor. He was involved in the founding of this college. He's been either up front or behind the scenes supporting us for years. This building would not be here. The college would not be here for not the senator. And I also want to publicly, Senator, say something. Our Board of Trustees was one of those that took a public stand in favor of the DREAM Act. I want to thank you publicly for that, as well as your support of the college. From our point of view, you are on the right side of all of the issues that make so much of a difference. And so we thank you, and we look forward to having you be our United States Senator for a long time. You're making a difference.
Well, good morning. I'm thrilled to be back from Washington for an occasion that has really been a quarter of a century in the making, and that is not an exaggeration. And so for me, and the one thing, Mayor Stack, I have stopped in time, so you're getting older. I'm not moving forward, so, but you're still looking really young. That's how young you started. So in any event, let me say that today is a celebration about a lot of things. Let me first join in a series of thank yous. You know, for a long time, for a better part of that quarter of a century, we sent our students to places that were rented, that really were in a sense of a campus, that didn't speak of our values in education. They totally spoke of a different set of values. And we really did not give the full opportunity that each and every one of our citizens deserve, particularly here in North Hudson. It took leadership to change that reality and to make a dream come true. That's leadership in many different dimensions. And I want to start with the county executive. We have had other county executives, but this county executive said that we will not have a community college that is wallless. We will not have a community college that is rented. We are going to have a community college system that shows the value that we ascribe to education for each and every one of our citizens in Hudson County. And this particular North Hudson campus is a testament to his leadership and his commitment. Mr. Exec, thank you very much for what you did here. also have to be joined by a freeholder board on the legislative part who is supportive of that vision, and Bill O'Day for all of his humor, even though he's wearing a very nice tie today, which is, if you see the freeholder selection of ties, it's not always as eloquent as it. So today's a very special day. I talked about tie. It tells me everything about the importance of today. He and freeholder Roman and the rest of the freeholder board have been very supportive to make this vision a reality, and I think that needs to be recognized as well. You need leadership at the community college itself, and the board of trustees have shown the type of vision that can make this day a reality, and they should be fully recognized for their commitment, or their sacrifice of time on behalf of our residents, as well as an educational leader. And I have worked with many in different contexts. I have to be honest with you, Dr. Blvd is one of the most significant educational leaders we have in the community college system, and we are thrilled to have him here in Hudson County. Thank you. Dr. Pando is going to be, the personification of dreams come true. Dr. Pando grew up in Union City. She is Chilean by birth. And if you think of how many students here have a pathway from someplace else to have grown up in the city and now preside over this campus, is the personification of what this is all about. So it is a dream come true. We look forward to your leadership here at the community college. Least but not last, both Mayor Stack and his commitment to having a campus, and the mayors that supported the effort here, brings us to the reality of this day. So I want to salute the mayor for his commitment to making this happen, because despite all of the other people I mentioned before, it wouldn't have happened in his city but for his support. I have to say that we talk a lot about what a great building it is. I have three different visions of what this is about today. First, it is about opportunity. It is about a dream come true, and it is about the dreams of others who will come true. For me, when I think about a quarter of a century of students who endured far less than, in fact, the type of institution that they should have gone to, it is an expression of our values. We say that education is important, and then we very often send students to schools, both in our public schools and in our community college, that speaks of a different set of values, because it speaks less than the value we ascribe to education. Today, with this establishment, we speak to our values and we live our values by saying education is important, and we, as the citizenry of this county and this state and this nation, make a commitment to that value by giving you a world-class location for which you can study. Secondly, it's about opportunity. In the first instance, it's about educational opportunity. And community colleges are the portals for so many of our citizens to have access to a higher education. And without that education, we wouldn't achieve the next thing, which is economic opportunity. And certainly in the tough job market that we are in, having the skills, the knowledge, and the intellect to be able to compete is going to position yourself in a far better way for the job market that exists today and the job market of the future, which will increasingly be competitive. And in that respect, this is about the fulfillment of both educational opportunity and economic opportunity. And lastly, it is about the fulfillment of hopes. The students who come through these doors, who have aspirations, and whose hopes can be realized by the educational opportunity that they will achieve here, so that they can fulfill their God-given potential and realize their hopes and dreams and aspirations. This is far more than a building. This is about the lives of people who will be transformed. And so I'm thrilled to be here. And the final point I'll make is that it's also a great example of the type of planning that I have been advocating in the United States Senate and for years. Smart planning that takes the light rail system that we created, and yes, when I was the mayor and then a state senator and then a member of the House, I said if we do not have a Union City station, there will be no light rail line, because I will not support it financially and with my efforts. And I was told, oh, no, it's going to be too expensive, and it's going to be this, and it's going to be that. The bottom line is that it is the point of highest ridership along the whole light rail line. And it gives those who do not live along the waterfront access to the opportunities north and south along that waterfront. And now it is hooked to a world-class education center for which people can derive an opportunity to get access to that education at an affordable price. That is an example of government working intelligently. And the very final point I'll make is this. We have a big debate going on in our country today. Today reminds me of what I am fighting for in the United States Senate. I do not understand some of my colleagues who suggest that cutting educational assistance, that cutting back on student loans and Pell Grants is the way to prosperity. The way to prosperity in a nation and in a world in which we are so globally in competition with is to have the highest level of education the nation has ever achieved. It means we need to be at the apex of the curve of intellect. And the only way that we will be at the apex of the curve of intellect is to have institutions like this community college and have the opportunity for students to have the wherewithal to come and fulfill their potential. That is what's going to make America great, not to cut educational opportunity and think that somehow prosperity flows from that. So today, all of these things remind us that. Congratulations.